Hello, we are the Big Beer Company, and we are here to present our business case. I'm here with Reed, Bill, Logan, and myself. So, here at the Big Beer Company, sometimes referred to as the BBC, we strive to prepare our stakeholders for life and success. Our community-driven exchange model rewards tireless optimism, silver-tongue scheming, and the unholy grind. Our specialty is in our ambassador distribution of our high-quality brews, such as the Morning After Ale and the India Pumped Ale. Not only do our ambassadors distribute, but they also passionately promote our products. This setup enables our ambassadors to operate independently to each other and receive a proportion of the proceeds. This innovative structure has the potential for near infinite growth and scalable success. At the Big Beer Company, our vision involves two pillars that prop us up, those being fitness-friendly fermentation and empowered entrepreneurship. Together, these pillars represent our belief that progress shouldn't end at the gym doors or at the bottom of a pint. We want to build a world where personal growth, physical health, and passive income can all be poured from the same tap. At the BBC, we believe in building a better future, one ambassador at a time. Our mission is to empower our independent ambassadors to unlock their full potential. Whether you're sipping, selling, or stacking your downline, you're part of something bigger. You're part of the big beer movement. And finally, at the BBC, we have three value statements, those being intense self-motivation, perseverance, and teamwork and support. So I'll briefly go over the industry and trends. Despite constant probes from hard seltzers, kombucha cocktails, and oat milk stouts, one thing remains constant: people like beer. And the global beer market is frothing with potential, with estimates putting the global beer market at $700 billion and growing. The craft beer sector occupies 25% of this market, and consumers today are driven by the uniqueness and comforting illusion of supporting a small brewer. Current trends suggest that beer is no longer just a beverage, it's part of someone's brand and identity. Consumers are flocking to anything that is artisanally made, be it bread or candles. Nothing is more artisanal than beer from the Big Beer Company. Seasonal rotations, small batch drops, collaborations with anyone that has an edgy Instagram are all the rage right now. And non-alcoholic drinks are also getting their 15 minutes of fame, as they are catering to a crowd that wants to drink beer without having any fun. Sustainability is also really important to us, as it is to our targeted consumer. Using recyclable six-pack rings will give us the confidence to our consumers that their purchase will not be harming the turtles. And the beer industry isn't just evolving, it's rebranding itself as the lifestyle drink of the enlightened, while there has never been an official beer peer-to-peer company before that uses a similar decentralized revenue amplification network like ours. That's how innovative we are. There are some other companies with a similar structure that use wine as their primary product. Companies such as One Hope Wine or Wine Shop at Home have been successful using a decentralized logistics, and we at the Big Beer Company hope to emulate their success in the beer sector. So what makes our product different? Well, we'll start with the taste, with our focus group results describing it as, quote, bold, an experience, and different. Either way, it'll be remembered. However, this isn't just a beer that you drink, it's a social catalyst. It's a conversation starter, an entry ticket into something bigger, a community of enthusiastic, opportunity-driven beer advocates that provides a cold drink and a warm welcome into a revenue-positive lifestyle.
So, meet the team. At the Big Beer Company, leadership isn't just about titles. It's about reps, referrals, and ridiculously well-defined delts. Our executive team blends entrepreneurial grit, gym floor wisdom, and just enough plausible deniability to keep the gains and those margins flowing. At the very top, we have Chaz Braxton III. He's the founder and Brewsecutive Officer. Chaz is our visionary architect of the Big Beer Company's business model. He merges lifestyle branding, hustle culture, and functional beer into one scalable empire. With a background in motivational speaking and influencer coaching, he knows how to sell both a product and a dream. His leadership ensures that the company's mission is as bold as its brews. Swole Joe, he's our global super ambassador and VP of downline optimization. He embodies the brand's ethos, combining fitness culture, motivational hype, and recruitment mastery. He's the creator of our Success Spiral technique and has built the largest downline in company history while serving as the brand's most recognizable face. His charisma turns casual sippers into loyal beer ambassadors. Kendra Kettlebell is our Chief Operating Officer. Kendra ensures that the Big Beer Company's logistics, production, and fulfillment run with precision and efficiency. With extensive operations experience, she keeps the supply chain lean, reliable, and scalable. Her operational discipline transforms high-level vision into those tangible results. Heather Recruitwell is our Director of Vibe Curation and Empowerment. Heather derives the emotional heartbeat of the brand through high-energy events, social media strategy, and community engagement. She specializes in building loyalty through aesthetic storytelling and motivational marketing funnels. Her ability to blend aspiration with brand identity keeps the BBC community thriving and inspired. Finally, we have Dr. Pamela Brustein, PhD Esquire. She's our Chief Compliance and Recovery Science Officer. Pamela is a rare hybrid who is part scientist, part lawyer, and all loophole. She straddles the line between innovation and litigation by combining scientific expertise and legal strategy to keep BBC's products innovative yet compliant. She formulates functional beverage blends while crafting claims that remain both compelling and regulation-friendly. Her dual skill set safeguards the company's boldest ideals from legal and scientific scrutiny. Fueled by vision, hustle vibes, and just enough legal oversight, this leadership team has the muscle, mindset, and momentum to keep the Big Beer Company growing stronger, louder, and more hydrated than ever.
So I'll now go over our marketing plan. The Big Beer Company is rooted in a community-driven exchange model that rewards enthusiasm, initiative, expansion, and the entrepreneurial spirit. Rather than relying on outdated marketing strategies such as billboards or TV ads, our strategy involves working with the people that matter the most. Our brand ambassadors aren't just fans of our products. They're brand representatives and distribution partners. This system promotes organic, boots-on-the-ground growth and fridge-to-friend engagement with a dynamic revenue opportunity. Our target market will be young adults, age 18 to 35, particularly men, also targeting urban professionals and social connectors who value our unique craft beer recipes and are enthusiastic about entrepreneurial opportunities. This demographic that we are targeting tends to be active on social media, receptive to local and grassroots initiatives, and are interested in brand storytelling. And we did a SWOT analysis to compare our competitiveness with the current industry leaders. The Big Beer Company's strength lies in our innovative ambassador-led distribution model, one that isn't bogged down by things such as logistics, unions, and health and safety rules. Our near zero overhead allows for rapid, potentially infinite scalability, while our grassroots approach fosters deep community ties and loyalty to our brand. Innovation, of course, always comes with a few challenges. Our product's bold flavor profile may not align with every palate, but we believe that our boldness sets us apart from the competition. Additionally, some critics may point to our loosely defined supply chain network as a potential problem, but this is done intentionally to allow us to stay agile and responsive to local needs. Outsiders may also see our structural nuances as complex, but our decentralized model thrives precisely because of this. Ultimately, any perceived weaknesses are just simply reflections of our bold and unconventional approach to growth. We are not here to follow the rules, but to rewrite them. The Big Beer Company is in an incredible position to capitalize on the average consumer's disillusionment with the big brewers and their sterile products. These consumers crave authenticity, and what's more authentic than being handed a morning after ale from your neighbor? Our model allows us to effortlessly expand into untapped markets, festivals, school campuses, underground poker nights, all places where disillusionment reigns. There's also tremendous opportunity to expand abroad in places where the regulatory framework is more flexible, or a model is able to thrive without interference. Of course, not everyone will appreciate the disruption that we will cause. Traditional distributors and regulators may view our decentralized logistics model as too innovative or even dubious, but we must always be wary of imitation. And as we expect others to try and mimic our success. There's also the possibility that in the future that some people will demand things like an ingredients list or health and safety inspections compliance. At the big beer company, though, we don't see these as threats. We see them as opportunities. Bureaucracy fears innovation, and competitors envy it. As far as the big beer company is concerned, these obstacles are just proof that we are on the right path.
Okay, so I'm going to go over a quick summary of our costs here. In terms of startup capital, we're able to keep our initial investment, at least on the brewing side, to an absolute minimum by operating out of an existing facility. This means that more of our money can go to where it really matters, building brand recognition and creating an image of an unstoppable momentum from day one. Significant resources will go into merch, signage, and our dangerously motivational starter kits designed to give every new beer ambassador the best possible shot at fast, addictive success before regret, reconsideration, or refund requests can set in. We'll also make an upfront purchase of our CRM software, not just for tracking sales, but also to provide compulsory but not free software education sessions for our sales members. In terms of fixed cost, our lease is discounted and locked in at $2,000 a month thanks to our strategic location in the middle of nowhere. Executive salaries are kept lean but are generously sweetened by our tiered profit sharing structure, which of course is the strongest and narrowest at the top. Other fixed costs are purely digital, including Zoom Pro for high energy sales rallies, Canva Premium for churning out brand content, and an automated social media outreach platform so our beer ambassadors never stop showing up in potential customers' feeds. In terms of variable costs, we obviously first have our core ingredients. The barley, hops, and performance boosters that we add in, like protein powder, creatine, and electrolytes, are directly tied to our sales volume. Another variable cost is packaging, which is crucial because in our world, image is everything, and perceived benefits are often more important than any measurable ones. Finally, our commission structure rewards not only the person making the sale, but their recruiter and their recruiter's recruiter. Because in this business, success flows uphill just as easily as beer flows downhill. So now I'm going to go over our financing plan. We're going to cover our startup costs entirely with our initial investors, with the guiding principle that bigger buy-ins mean bigger potential rewards. These investments are locked in under our strength through commitment policy that makes sure members at all levels of the company are in it for the long run. Once running, stability will come from minimum monthly auto orders by our beer ambassadors. These guaranteed purchases create predictable cash flow and keep everybody in a constant state of motivated hustle. Performance bonuses kick in as a percentage of sales, giving beer ambassadors every reason to keep selling. And as they recruit more sellers, and those sellers recruit others, earnings grow exponentially and anabolically. So now I'm going to go over our manufacturing plan. We're going to start with small batch production focused on the starter kits, which are essential, as I mentioned earlier, for delivering fast wins and hooking our recruits in early. As the network grows, the prepaid recurring orders will smooth out production and allow us to do some long-term planning. Our brewing process itself starts with a traditionally brewed, refreshing base. From there, each batch heads to the Gaines lab for proprietary flavoring and performance additives. Because why drink plain beer when you can drink beer that might bump your PRs? Finally, quality assurance is handled under our revolutionary first-party certification program. Every can proudly carries our Tested for Gains seal, which assures customers their beer is free from restricted substances and exactly as effective as we say it is. You'll drink it so much, there's no way you'll make it to a third party.
At a big beer company, recruiting is less about finding people with sales experience and more about finding people who can talk about anything to anyone. We recruit ambassadors using three different strategies. First, we target areas and events with socially active, fitness-minded individuals such as gyms, fitness expos, and sports events. Next, we accept recruiting referrals from our existing networks, and then we also employ accidental recruitment techniques such as the strategic deployment of phrases such as, "You could totally make a lot of money doing this." The last part of our recruitment strategy is to avoid multiple boring interviews and instead see if our ambassadors can keep eye contact while doing bicep curls or convincingly tell someone that beer can be part of your workout recovery plan. Once new ambassadors have been interviewed and recruited, they are immediately enrolled into the Beer Ambassador Bootcamp for an intense onboarding process that can be completed in less time than it takes to finish a six-pack. Our bootcamp covers everything from our product knowledge, branding, and how to bring about sales through casual conversational skills. This is also where Dr. Brustein, our Chief Compliance and Recovery Science Officer, runs compliance training to make sure that our ambassadors know exactly how far they can push their claims without making false statements. As far as the starter kit goes, we try to ship the kit as fast as possible to help lock in our ambassadors' enthusiasm. The starting kit contains a small starter inventory of beer, branded athletic wear, and a sales script. We also pair every ambassador with a mentor that can provide guidance, hype, and social media motivation. At BBC, we embrace continual improvement by running monthly training rallies via Zoom Pro. This is an excellent opportunity for our beer ambassadors to share techniques, flex on camera, and learn advanced sales techniques like stacking your downline ambassadors while stacking 45-pound plates. We also offer exclusive leadership retreats where our top performers can network and taste some of the big brewing company's newest products. So, why did we choose Ontario? Ontario has a great fitness-forward culture that aligns with the BBC brand and our values. Ontario also has a social media-driven consumer base and an emerging craft market for beer with lots of growth potential. There are definite advantages of our business model. We avoid any physical storefronts. This avoids most of the traditional retail overhead costs. Our ambassador-driven distribution allows us to rapidly expand into new markets and remain flexible to the needs of our customers. As for the location of the actual brewery, we contract our brewing to local production sites so that in the future we can support international markets without having to build permanent infrastructure. Thank you for listening to the presentation from the Big Beer Company.